Now, as promised, as I said about 24 hours ago, that I was going to come up with the list of names of the NFL owners, Negro Felice owners, that fueled 45's record inaugural fundraising. You really think that he was going to use his father's hedge funds to go ahead and run his own campaign? Right. Now, we all know that when it comes to the NFL, that a lot of the NFL owners donated $1 million or more to 45's, to King Louis 45, um, aka the Tangerine Man, you know, Agent Orange, donated money to his cause. We know that Robert Kraft of the fucking Patriots, oh, I hate that team, um, pasty ass Jerry Jones, garbage ass Dan Snyder of the Redskins. Jerry Jones, y'all knows the owner of the Cowboys. Um, Shahid Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. By the way, he's Pakistani, you know. But it's some other names that's also came up too as well. As let me just go back right there. But you can see casino billionaires also helped there too. But let me just go back for a second, and I'm gonna just show y'all something real quick because I got the documentation, and this coming straight from the Daily Beast. We all know Robert Kraft is one of them, and you can look at it to a Federal Election Commission filing, which is open to the public, and download that. You know, let me give you the names of them. Seven others did. We already told you Jerry Jones. He contributed $1 million through a company called Gladstone Limited Partnership. Texas Incorporated records show Jones is the firm's president. Dan Snyder, the Washington Redskins lightning rod of an owner, he chipped in $1 million. Also, Woody Johnson of the New York Jets, and they wonder why they're losing, has also been more than handsomely rewarded for his support. Now, back in January, I don't know if it's still there, Trump tapped Johnson to be the U.S. ambassador to Great Britain. Houston Texans owner Bob McNair, another $1 million inauguration donor, also a generous supporter of Trump's campaign and a super PAC supporting his presidential bid. Though it has not been reported, he's been rewarded with a administration position. I told y'all about Shahid Khan. He's also reported donating $1 million to the inaugural committee. Although a defender of Trump during the presidential race, Khan has been more critical of the president. Like I said, he's Pakistani by birth. Khan vocally opposed the president's ban on immigration from 7 Muslim-majority nations. Oh, I wonder which one that is. Oh, yeah, right. The one next to India. You dumbass. Hi. You know. But yet, though, if he really wanted to stick it to Trump, he should have went and signed Colin Kaepernick. That really did. Shoot, then Jacksonville could probably go to the Super Bowl. Anyway. But they ain't the only ones. Stan Kroenke of the LA Rams, the newly relocated LA Rams. Also, he owns a British soccer club, Arsenal. Um, he also owns the NBA Denver Nuggets, and the National Hockey League's worse than the league, Colorado Avalanche, and Major League Soccer's Colorado Rapids. Yeah. Ed Glazer, one of the Glazer brothers of the Tampa Bay Bucks, they threw in like $250,000 for the inauguration. He's also the director of the British soccer powerhouse, the Manchester United, which is the world's top sports franchise in terms of revenue. Now, the $7.25 million donated to the inauguration by NFL franchise owners represented about 6.7% of all money contributed to the inaugural committee. Now, funds that were not spent in inaugural celebrations will be donated to yet to be announced charities at that time. But let me get back to where I was going with this. Also, you got to go with casino billionaires too. One of which, this is Las Vegas Sands corporate chairman and CEO. In case you don't know, but I'm pretty sure my people out in Vegas know who this is. That's Sheldon Adelson. He donated a whole shitload of money to him as well. He's a billionaire. Also, Steve Wynn. You know, Adelson gave $5 million, while Wynn donated over almost $750,000 in entertainment through his Wynn Resorts Ltd. But, and I'm gonna say this like now to Irv Griffin, to Prince GMO and Larrell, you gonna be surprised who else is also help fund this. Because Adelson, we already know he's a top donor for back in Israel, Israeli Prime Minister and butcher Benjamin Netanyahu, which is one of the reasons why Netanyahu clapped when Trump threatened North Korea. Wynn has a long relationship with Trump, but it's somebody else. This is coming straight out of Bloomberg Policy. Also listed on the filing, no surprise, Robert Mercer, the hedge fund manager who has been one of the biggest donors for the orangutan. Well, I don't know how the hell Sean Spicer got in there. But here's something else I did find. Now, financial institutions, Bank of America, they gave $1 million to him. J.P. Morgan Chase and Company gave about $500,000. Howard Lutnick, chairman and CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald LLC, gave $1 million. Although Trump did tap the ranks of Goldman Sachs for 5 appointees, the bank didn't make a contribution. Steve Cohen, he runs Point72 Asset Management LP, gave $1 million. And Blackstone Group LP chairman Steven Schwartzman donated $250,000, $250,000. Detroit-based Quicken Loans Inc., whose founder and chairman is, Cleveland Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert gave $750,000. Well, LeBron, much as I love your stance on going to war with Trump, which is great because I'm enjoying it. But the same person who you ran back to in 2014, yes, you won them a championship. Yeah, that's true. But this the same son of a bitch that turns around and wrote that letter about you, and then turns around here and gives this orangutan $750,000. Something to think about. Because I got to be me. I got to put you on the spot. Charles Schwab. He also sent Charles Schwab mutual funds and all that. Sent $1 million. Billionaire investor Paul Singer. Now, Irv them, I'm going to get right to it. Let me get to it. Now, some companies donated goods and services as well as cash. FedEx, they gave $300,000 plus over $200,000 of delivery services. AT&T gave $2 million plus over $82,000 in mobile equipment and software. Microsoft gave $500,000 with half in the form of equipment. Comcast, oh hell no, fuck y'all, I ain't fucking with y'all no more. And Anheuser-Busch each gave $250,000. Now we already mentioned about the NFL teams that that also contributed as well during that time. General Motors, they provided almost $300,000 worth of vehicles and a $200,000 donation toward Trump's inauguration. Ford Motor Company contributed $250,000. Now, Henry R. Kravis, husband of former Ford director Marie Josie Kravis, gave $1 million. GM and Ford was among the carmakers that succeeded in pushing the Trump administration to review fuel economy and emission standards that call for companies' vehicle fleets to average more than 50 miles per gallon by 2025. Now, donations came from healthcare companies that could be affected by policy decisions, including any changes to Obamacare. Anthem Inc., which remains entangled in legal challenges tied to its merger attempt with Cigna Corp., gave $100,000. Aetna Inc. donated $100,000, 100 stacks. MetLife gave 250 stacks, $250,000 stacks, and Caremark RX, a division of CVS Health Costs, CVS pharmacy stores, they donated $25,000. But the thing is about it, see, when it comes down to white people, they want to get something going. They ain't got no problem coming together and donating a lot of cash. You see the trend that's going? Black people, we need to start looking into stuff like this and start thinking economically. This is, they going to support their own. And we need to start doing the same too. Also, Pfizer also gave $1 million. Agma Incorporated donated $500,000. Pharma, coal, all that shit. Energy contributions. Well, we know Chevron gave over $500,000. Exxon gave $500,000. John B. Hess, CEO of Hess Company, he contributed $1 million. Citgo Petroleum, owned by Venezuela state oil company Petroleos, this Venezuela SA, contributed $500,000. Yeah. But there's something I just wanted to mention. Let me go back to the sports thing for a second. If you want to throw in sports entertainment. Now, here's something that a lot of people don't know. World Wrestling Entertainment co-CEO Linda McMahon had donated $1 million to Trump. That shouldn't be no surprise right there, because you got to keep in mind, before he became president, before Celebrity Apprentice, Trump was on WrestleMania in that match, in that hair versus hair match between him and Vince McMahon, where Trump had Bobby Lashley, a black guy brother, and then Vince McMahon had the late Eddie Fatu, known as Umaga, real name Eddie Fatu. That was that's Roman Reigns and the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Usos. That's their cousin. Pit against each other, and we seen how like Trump at the time, I think he was like in his 50s maybe or whatever, jumped on Vince McMahon and all. You know how wrestling goes. For you wrestling aficionados, and I like to watch it too because it's just entertainment and stuff. But it was odd to me that I look at it like this. Here you got two billionaires, both white, having two people of color battle against each other over some meager shit. That's how I looked at that match when it came down to it. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the special guest referee, and that was the most exciting part besides Trump beating up Vince McMahon. But shit, too bad he won't do that for real, talking all that shit about Colin Kaepernick. But like Chris Paul said, he ain't got the guts to say it to his face, or any of these guys' face. Not him, not LeBron,